This 9 Kings video is a guide on how to beat King difficulty with the King of Greed. Let's get into it. Now, it is recommended that you be level 9 so that you have as many perks as possible. For the perks, we're going to put 2 into Oligarch, or Oligarch, I don't know how to say this word. It gives you 2 extra vault cards, and we're going to be using these as sacrifices later to build the tempo. Then 1 into Politician for Royal Decree draw chance. With Planner at level 3, we are intentionally going to be dying twice to get 180 bonus gold, and it's going to massively power us up early on. Persistent will give us free rerolls to search for certain cards that we have to have for this build to work. Now, this early game is very strict with King of Greed. So we're going to place the palace all the way in the back row because it takes the enemies longer to reach, meaning less chance to lose a life. I'm going to be placing this in the middle because it kind of counts as a turret. We're going to be placing a vault on both sides towards the back. Now, if you get a mercenary or a melee unit, you're going to be putting it front and center right here. And if you get a dispenser, you're going to put one here and here. So I'm going to go ahead and put the dispenser there. Now, it looks like I've already got 1 dispenser and 1 mercenary in my hand. I just need 1 more dispenser. And I need to get this either before year 4 or before I lose a life. Alright, now, I want to talk about how to better draw cards. If the majority of your cards in your hand are for that king, for in this case, the golden cards are the greed cards, you can re-roll it and you will more than likely get more greed cards. So, early on, I still need 1 more dispenser. I don't need any of this stuff. So I'm going to re-roll, try for dispenser. Still didn't get one. Alright. And we got a mercenary. Now, I already have a mercenary, but I'm going to stop re-rolling at this point and just take the mercenary. And then we will place that down. So, again, year 2, here we go. Alright, it is year 3. I got my 2nd dispenser already. So, this means that we beat year 4's Royal Council. Now, the reason why you want 2 dispensers before year 4 is it allows you to pick a different Royal Decree, and you don't have to waste as many rerolls. But with both dispensers down, we are stacking attack speed very early on, and that's what's most important. We just need more mercenaries now to fill our open spots, and ways to get rid of these vaults, and things to buff. Oh, look at that. Things to buff our towers with, which is the quarry, the best thing. Now, Royal Decree, let's talk about it. Alright, Royal Decree choices. If you get both dispensers down before year 4, you can pick the one that gives you 99 gold. If not, you want the one that gives you 50% tower attack speed or 20% crit chance. And only after you have the crit chance Royal Decree do you want to pick the one with double crit damage. So, looking at our decrees, we don't have any of those, so we need to use a reroll. There's Bunker, that's 50% attack speed to towers, so we will take that. Alright. Now, what's very important... Now, here's the thing. You have until about year 9, 10, and 11 to get this done. If you don't, the enemies will overwhelm and kill you. The most important thing is to level up these towers, these dispensers. At level 1, even though if they shoot fast, they do not deal much damage. You need to buff their damage and level them up as fast as possible. And also getting mercenaries down because our gold is going to skyrocket. The more mercs you have down, you don't need to level them up. Do not combine mercs. Put level 1 mercs on every open tile you can. And also, you can use mortgage on your vaults to get rid of them and get some extra money. But I'll do that later. So right now, I just want to power up my towers. I'm going to put the quarry down. And again, it's going to get a lot harder in years 9, 10, and 11. And if you aren't juiced up by then, you lose. Now, I want to mention that we are dying on purpose here. If the game lets us die, it really depends. But when we die, we get 90 gold, and we did not die there. But every time we die, we get 90 freaking gold. One other tip I want to give you is that these palace cards are going to keep showing up in your hand until you level the palace to 3. However, Overhaul lets us level up everything on our board, and we want to level towers up. That's priority 1. Let's hope Overhaul, getting rid of one of these vaults, pumps up the dispenser. And we didn't get it. But hey, at least we got one of the palace levels. We just need 1 more palace level, and the cards will stop spawning. Alright, so for this draw, dispenser will let us level up our dispensers. We're not placing a 3rd one down, even though we have not died yet. You could, it's insanely risky to do. Also, ignore the blessing. Who cares about the blessing? The blessing does not matter. Whoop-de-doo. They will level up on the Year of the Prophecy. That's way too far away. Here's the deal. If I place a third dispenser down, it is not nearly as strong as leveling one of these guys up. It's just not nearly as strong. Also, if you get a buff tower in the middle, it's way more beneficial. So use this to level up your 2 dispensers. It's really that simple. You want to pump one to level 3 and then the other one to level 3 as soon as you can. Alright, there is no way I survive this. There's 15 living creatures on the board. They're going to hit the whatever this... Oh, maybe. I don't know. Am I going to survive? Probably not. No, better not. So there's plus 90 gold right there. 90% increased attack speed. Very good. Also, since we have everything we need, we can start spinning rerolls. This is a really crappy hand. This is also a crappy hand, but this is a tower. I'm gonna do it again. Overhaul, there we go. That's exactly what we need. We're gonna use this and overhaul that. All right, well, we got 2 level 2 towers, so we're pretty safe now for a little bit. But again, years 9, 10, 11. We need these to be level 3 or as close to it as possible. You can see that the enemies are surviving and they're not taking as much damage yet. But again, we still have one more death that we can do. And then we're going to juice those towers up another 90%. Now, when it's time to choose who to wage war against, here is the order of easiest to hardest, easiest being progress, and hardest being nothing. That's right. The king of nothing on the final fight, his paladins are so tanky, your towers will not tear through them in time, and no matter what kind of build you got going on. So you don't want to fight nothing at all. And blood will zerg you down with very fast units, very hard to defend against. Spells cleaves all of your mercenaries get cleaved from spells. Stone is also problematic with the ballistas killing all of your mercenaries. So you need some thieves in there to mess up the ballista aiming. If you don't have thieves, you also lose. So nature and progress are the 2 easiest, so we're going to fight nature. And every time you choose who to fight against, you also get access to their cards. And nature has the clone card, which is really, really useful. Alright, so I've reached year 10, and I've got both dispensers level 3. I still have 2 more lives, so I can die again. These will be juiced up by 90%, which will eventually happen. And when it does, these towers just get so much more insanely strong. And, yeah, we won this fight, but, again, year 11, it's gonna get rough. And at this point, you can start gently re-rolling for things you might need. For instance, you don't want to spend all your money, because your money is tied to how many mercenaries you have, and those are your main frontline tanks. Alright, so I've lost a second life. There we go. That's all we can lose from here on out. We're just going to stack mercenaries from now on. And again, every time we got 90 gold for losing a second life. Now, when it's time to expand your territory, expand on everything touching your dispensers. So this dispenser is slightly stronger, it looks like, so we're going to expand there. I've got 2 mercenary cards I can drop. We're just going to throw them down. And again, your mercenaries are your front-end tanks. And these towers are so juiced up, they're just going to chew through everything. I've got 2 level 1 quarries. I can level both these up, and as long as I get these leveled up, you know, rather soon, these things are going to continue to be pumped full of damage. Oh, look, a wall. You know, if you get some walls, why not put some walls down? And we'll go ahead and put one there. There we go. More defense. Though the walls don't do much in king mode, it still buys you time for your turrets to just absolutely murk everything. And you can see here, even though all of our mercenaries are dead, well, now they're dead, the towers are just machine gunning everything to pieces. Alright, time for another decree. Now, you could get another bunker upgrade. However, the higher DPS choice is Eyeglass, because once you get Eyeglass, you can then get the double crit damage modifier for your 3rd decree, and that will quadruple your damage. So 20% crit is a huge deal, so make sure to get it. Now, from here on out, everything that you pick or do, you want to make sure that it is to make as much gold as possible. So, I have Vault, Mortgage, and if we look at my board, the only thing, I can mortgage one of these quarries, but then I lose 2% damage. I can mortgage the wall. Definitely don't want to mortgage the mercenaries, right? So right now, the best choice would be just pick a vault, and then I can overhaul that vault later. So I'm just going to throw down a vault, overhaul it, hopefully level up the quarries or the wall and not the mercenaries. But leveled mercenaries are still pretty strong. But in this case, I think dropping the converter in the middle and then overhauling the converter to hopefully level something up. If it levels up the vault, I can mortgage that. Now, one thing that actually works with your towers is the cauldron, and it's not bad. Because the dispensers spread their damage around, they don't just always focus the thing that's in front like some towers do. It will poison it'll poison everything on the map. So, cauldron in the middle, very good choice. Alright, it's time for the third decree, and we really want the crit one, though attack speed would be nice. Lone is still really good. It's 99% attack speed for our towers. We also get a bunch of mercenaries from this. It's not the best, though, late game, but I'm going to re-roll. Let's see what we get. We get another eyeglass, which is technically better. This is more DPS. Now, I have a lot of money, so I can sit here and re-roll until I get double crit, but I'm just going to go with 20% more crit chance. And, again, that's just going to juice up the towers, so you don't have to... You can be very open with this. You could go more bunker, more eyeglass, and so on. So I've got a second cauldron. Let's drop it down, and let me show you the poison damage. The poison damage spreads all over the freaking enemy's army. Check it out. Look at all the purple numbers. They are just popping up everywhere. Look at that. All of the elves are now poisoned, though they're, they die so fast, so it doesn't really matter. And clone. Clone is a really good card. Lets you level up whatever you want. Oh, and our vault is level 2. Never mind. So if we mortgage that, boom, 60% increased attack speed on both of these towers. Now, when you get a choice to make peace with a king, you want to go and make peace with the hardest difficulty one. So in this case, stone is way harder to fight than progress. So definitely making peace with stone. All right, so what do you do when you have a handful of clone cards? So you have to know your matchups. Remember, I just went over it. So right now, I'm fighting, greed, progress, and nature. None of those have a way to cleave down or AoE attack our melee units. So it's really right now best to just clone more mercenaries for more fodder. That's it. And here it is, Iron Fist doubles critical damage. Huge. We also got another eyeglass if we just want more crit. But this is the big DPS increaser right here. So we have all the perks. And what I'm just doing right now is placing down Converter and then overhauling it. And, just getting everything to level 3. We got that Quarry 3, that Quarry's 2. This wall's still 2, so yeah. We still have a few more years left until we fight the boss. And look how easy, this fight is. We have 289 mercenaries, right? And they just get wiped out. Alright, another clone card, of course, bring it on, right? Now, each mercenary right now at 500 gold, we have 36 mercenaries per square. And so you just load up these squares, and as long as your opponents don't have cleave, or AoE, or Area of Effect attacks, you basically can tank indefinitely, almost. Oh, and by the way, the more overhaul cards you use throughout the game, the more that they level up, so watch this. Instead of leveling up just 2 things, look how many level up. Look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, quite a bit. By the way, one of the best things you can get in this game is Scapegoat early on, but I have 3 years left until the boss, so this is kind of useless, but man, these things give you so much money. Now, another little tip is when you get very close to the boss fight, you can actually start getting rid of your quarries if you're not going to go into infinite mode. And so I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of this quarry and level up all of these other mercenaries. And the higher level mercenaries are, the more HP they have, the more damage they deal. So, again, this is the fight before the final fight here. And you can see it's just a clean sweep. I have all these goats that just never even got touched. Let's see, what do we have? Converter, why not? Converters are fun. We probably won't get to place it anywhere. There's really no room. Mercenary, all the mercenaries are level 3. Oh wait, there is an open spot there. Converter or mercenaries. I can also go thieves, but let's just drop mercenaries. Why not? And then these will be sold. 9% attack speed, 9% attack speed. Here's the final fight. Let's see how it goes. It should be an easy, clean sweep. This is against Progress. He's floating around. And he deals AoE damage, so he can kill my units, But I have 442 total units, and he barely can match that. So yeah, they're just dead. They are. That's a wipe right there. Boom, done. Didn't even get to kill the goats, man. And yeah, that's it. That's King difficulty. And just to make sure that you believe me, see, or it says here King, that means King difficulty. Anyway, that's the video. It's really that easy to play Greed. Greed is not that complex. It's built around holding your money, having mercenaries, and these dispenser turrets. It's really all there is to it. Super simple, and you can have a lot of different perks. They all kind of help out the same way. With that said, that's all I got. Leave a comment, leave a like. Click the video on the right side of your screen, and if you do, you'll find the confidence to talk to a girl or something. I don't know.